Hello, it's Jane here. Welcome to my mat, and I'm joined by Buddy, this little stuffed French bulldog. It was a little gift to remind me of my granddoggy Bud. So today you might be a bit low on energy. It might be early in the morning, feeling a bit bleh. So I've got a yoga flow just for you. We're going to start by lying down on our backs. You can even do this in the morning in bed. So get comfortable. You might want to put a blanket underneath the head. What we want to do with that is try and keep the chin and the forehead level. And then bending the knees, we're going to place the hands on the belly and we're just going to start to feel our breath. Always a nice way to start a yoga class. Remembering our breath is a fuel for our practice. So as you breathe in, maybe feeling that belly gently lift. And as you exhale, maybe feeling it soften. Breathing in, breathing out. Let's take a few more, just getting into that nice flow zone where the breath is the only thing moving our bodies at the moment. Nothing to do, nowhere to be for a few moments. And then let's take a few more deep breaths here. And then we're going to let the arms just come out to the sides. Take the feet a little wider and just rock the knees gently side to side. Not too far that there's any discomfort, just finding some space in those hips. And then when you're ready, bring the feet back to a bridge position. So that's the feet hip width apart, knees forward, and then I'm going to tilt the pelvis and back. So as you tilt forward, you create space, so you could put a hand underneath, and as you exhale, you press the lower back into the mat. So you're just trying to gently work the pelvis and get into the lower back, using the breath connection, breath and movement, which is the root of all yoga, our breath-fueled movement. And then we're going to draw the right knee in towards the chest. And we could stay here, that's a nice position, a half cradle pose. Or you could extend that right leg to the ceiling, hands behind the thigh. Or you might want to slide that left leg out. I prefer early in the morning to keep that left knee bent. And then we're going to gently get into the feet. So we're going to point and flex the toes, the foot. And then maybe make some ankle circles. And then that might be enough. We might prefer to stay here. Or we could take that right ankle over the left knee, arms to the side, and that's a perfectly great place to be for some more deep breathing, opening up gently. Or we could slide the right hand in between the legs, left hand on the outside of the left thigh, draw that left knee towards you. Or we could even stretch out that leg. I prefer in the mornings to keep that knee bent. I'm actually doing this at 7 o'clock in the morning, so my body is a lot stiffer then and it takes a while. So listen to your body. Don't do anything that feels uncomfortable. It should feel really nice. Then lowering that left foot to the ground. Take the arms over the head. You could stay here, or we could draw the knees over to the left side for a nice easy twist. Feeling some space in the torso. Just notice my feet are very dirty. Been walking around, I do apologise. And then we're going to draw the knees back to the centre, unravel the legs. And then we're going to give ourselves a full body stretch. And you might notice one side feels a little different, one might feel longer, or actually flatter. One side might feel a little bit more open than the other. Just nice to look at both sides before we do the other. So bending that right knee, drawing the left knee in, and then extending that left leg to the ceiling, keeping a bend in the knee, and then pointing and flexing the foot and making some circles. Or you could extend that right leg out. Again, like as I said, I like to keep that knee bent just for a little extra support on the low back. Just take your time, just taking it easy, just exploring all these spaces. And then we're going to take the left ankle over the right knee, arms by the side. And this is a perfectly nice place to settle. Or if you want to go in there a little deeper, you could take the left hand through the legs this time. Draw that right hand around the back of the thigh, draw the right knee towards you. Even if you'd like to extend that right leg, as I said, I like to keep it bent. Few big breaths. And then if your foot is in the air, just gently lowering that right foot down to the ground. Arms out over the head. Stay here, or we could take the knees over to the right side for a little twist. Feel really delicious on that midsection of the spine. Draw the knees back to centre, give yourself a full body stretch. See how things are now. How do things feel now in your spine? Now we're going to take a banana pose. So take the right heel out to the right side, the left heel towards it, and then draw the right heel back. So the feet are together, and then shuffle the right shoulder down to the right hip. So you've got a banana shape on that left side. And that's a nice lateral stretch for the body. We can do this standing, but it's so much nicer to do it lying down in the morning. Then we'll just swap sides. So inch that left heel over to the left side and the right heel over to meet it. Right shoulder down to the right hip a little. So we've got the stretch in the right side this time. And then bending the knees and just rolling over onto your front. So to begin with, we're just going to lie with the hands by the shoulders. You could lie on one cheek, on the forehead. This is downward facing Shavasana. And just take a few breaths here, letting the belly press into the mat. And then bend the left knee and lower. And bend the right knee and lower. And just repeat that a few times. So we're gently working in the quads, the fronts of the thighs and the front hip flexors. These can get tight too, that can affect the lower back. And we're just gently working our way there. And then just turn onto the forehead, or if you prefer onto the other cheek or even the chin. And you could stay there, or could do some baby cobras. So as we inhale, we just gently lift the chest, keep the neck relaxed, just looking forward, don't throw the head back. Just use the breath, inhale, lift, exhale, lower. See if you can relax everything below the belly button. And then settle on the other cheek. And a few breaths again, inhaling, pressing the belly into the mat, exhaling, feeling it soften. And then we're going to come back to a neutral position. So you could make a little pillow with the forearms. You could take the forehead down, or take the arms out in front, or just take those hands just either side of the face. You choose. And we could repeat that, inhaling, lifting one leg at a time as we bend at the knee. Or we could see if we can reach back with that right hand and catch hold of the right foot. You might not even touch, but if you do, just give that right thigh a nice stretch on the front. A few breaths here. And then lower and release. Same thing on the other side. Bend the left knee, take the left hand behind. They might not make contact, you might touch, you might just want to rest the hand on the thigh, or maybe you can clasp around the top of the foot. Just breathing into that left quad now, the left front of the thigh, the left hip flexor. And then slowly release, taking the hands just under the shoulders. Inhale, lift to that baby cobra again. Exhale, soften down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. So hugging the elbows into the low ribs. Nice, easy baby cobra. Maybe you'd like to stay up for a few breaths this time. So try to come to a position that you could move the hands and still stay in position, and then lower. Back to downward facing Shavasana. And then we'll bend both knees, and maybe they'll hang in the air, or maybe we could take hold of the feet or the ankles. Breathing nice and deep. A lot of this will depend on the length of your bones as well, your femurs, your arms. So just go with wherever your body will allow. This time you might want to interlace the hands behind the back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. You might want to lift the legs as well now we've opened them up. Or you might want to stick with that baby cobra. Again, you choose what feels best for you. Inhale up slowly to all fours. And then as we exhale, we'll soften the hips to the heels for a child's pose. Your child's pose might be with the head on the ground. You might want to lift the head up a little. You might want to make a balcony with the fists. You might want to take the hands in front or settle by the toes. Take a few deep breaths here. So really feel as you inhale, the back and the ribs expand on the back. And as you exhale, soften the hips. It's a really nice pose to gently open up the spine. Head below the heart if your head isn't stacked up on hands. Inhale, all fours. And just find a position where you feel balanced, and then we'll do some cat-cow. So as you inhale, belly lowers. As you exhale, the back rounds. So this is our cow pose as we lower the belly, our cat pose as we round the upper spine. And you might find that one feels really good, then by all means stay there. Then we'll extend the right leg out, tuck the toes and gently rock back and forth, getting into the back of that leg. And you might want to stay with this one. And then we might want to swap sides. So if you do, just swapping over to the other leg. It's usually advisable to do both sides. Then we'll extend the right leg out and stay with this one. You might want to lift it this time, flex a foot. You might want to take the right hand up, come into a balance. Keep the neck relaxed by gazing down, breathing slow and steady. And we'll come back to the middle. Extend the left leg this time. Maybe left arm out, right leg up. Maybe stay there. And then back to our hands and knees. A few more cat-cows if that feels nice. Or maybe just gently swaying the hips side to side or circling the hips. And then we'll come back. All fours, lift the right arm up. Then we're going to come to thread the needle. So we thread the right arm underneath, extend that left arm out. You might even want to extend that left leg behind you. Only if you feel balanced. It can sometimes be a little bit too much for the shoulders. So you choose the shape that suits your body. Then draw the left hand back and press into that left hand to reach that right arm up. And we'll do the other side. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, left arm threads underneath, and you can stay there. Or draw the right hand out to the front of the mat and the right leg back. Again, it might not suit everybody, it might not suit every side. Just choose one of those options that feel right for you. And draw the right hand back. Press into the right hand as you release the left arm. Back to all fours. A few more cat-cows or sways side to side. And then when you're ready, you'll soften the hips down to the heels, relax. Now here's the part where you could just roll over onto your back, go straight into the relaxation. If you want to come to standing and a little bit more energetic, then just scroll forward. The timing is on the comments box in the YouTube. You'll be able to find out where to go. So if you're carrying on, I'll meet you there shortly. If you're rolling over onto your back, we'll come into the relaxation now. So take your feet as wide as the mat, or if you're on the bed, a little wider than the hips, arms out to the body, to the sides of the body. Close your eyes. Relax. 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 Feel the weight of your body softening into the ground. Become aware of the sound of your breath. Become aware of the sensations of your breath. Feel your breath in your belly. As you let go, just let your normal breath emerge. And take your attention to the top of your head. Feel the space around the scalp and the hair. Soften the forehead, the temples. Relax the muscles behind the jaws, behind the eye, behind the ear. Soften the center of the tongue. Relax the neck, the throat, shoulders, the arms, the fingers, the thumbs. Feel a wave of relaxation spread up the fingers, the arms, back into the shoulders, across the chest, across the upper back, across the belly, and the lower back. Let go of any tension in the hips and the pelvis. Feel that wave of relaxation roll down the thighs, into the knees, to the lower legs, the ankles, to the tops of the feet, the tips of the toes, to the soles of the feet. Feel the whole of your body relax. Imagine now as you inhale, feel the inhale come through the soles of the feet all the way up to the crown of the head. As you exhale, feel that breath return back down the body, out through the soles of the feet, taking with it any thoughts, feelings, sensations that aren't helpful to you anymore. Taking a few more of these deep breaths. I'll leave you here for a few moments. And then when you're ready, slowly deepen the breath, wiggle the fingers and toes, and however you'd like to come back, whether you're in bed, you just want to turn this off and go to sleep, or whether you want to slowly return, maybe roll over to all fours. Now, if you're joining us to continue with the flow onto all fours, a few more cat-cows, then we're going to tuck the toes, bend the knees, and then we'll walk the dog. So nice, easy dog, feet nice and wide, nice deep bend in the knees, belly towards the thighs, tiptoeing the feet towards the hands, finding a ragdoll shape, and slowly coming to stand, bringing the head up last of all. Arms facing forward. And then as we inhale, we'll draw the arms over the head. Exhale, bend the knees, hinge from the hips, fold forward. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale all the way back down. And again, inhale brings you up. Exhale, this time we'll take the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, lift the chin and chest. Exhale, bend the knees, hinge from the hips, fold forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, relax. Back to ragdoll. Slowly roll up to stand, one vertebrae at a time. And then, when you're ready, time to get on with the rest of your day. Have a good one. Bye.